when I'm trying out this this gimbal today. It's taken me a while to set it up, to be honest with you. When I've been watching it on YouTube, it don't look too bad when I've seen tutorials, but doing it, it's harder than it looks. Especially when you're trying to you know, do a selfie mode like this. It seems to be a bit awkward, and as I move about, I think that I'm not too sure whether the camera's going off me. Anyway, I'll have a play around with it and see what happens. I'm over what do you call it, Barton Hills again today. I know I've been here before, but I'm going to see if I can take a bit of a different route and see if I can see something new. I really weren't in the mood for coming out for a walk today, but I forced myself, so I just hopped in the car and grabbed a coffee and took a drive out. Now I'm out walking about, it don't feel too bad, but this morning I could have quite easily just stayed in bed, you know, and put the telly on for a while. But I didn't. Anyway, let's go see what we can find, eh? It would seem where I am, I can't get any further, it's all fenced off. This part that I'm at is Hexton Chalk Pit Nature Reserve, I think it is. But it's the part that I'm in is all enclosed, and I can't get over the fence. It's just a dead end. It's a shame. I guess it's one of them things, but it is really nice here. Just come and sit over here for a bit of peace and quiet, and there's a great view, and yeah, it's rather pleasant. But not the sort of place you can stay for too long. That's me all over, not planning my route very well, eh? Story of my life, eh? Anyway, I'm going to have to go back to where I came and see whether I can find an exit and find another bit of walking, I suppose. Made one of them fatal errors again, getting lost, walking up a country lane, and now I've cut through some woods and I'm in a field. I don't even know if I'm allowed in here. There was signs back there saying private land, but I don't know whether that means this bit as well. And I've got an injury as well. I don't know. Keep saying it, don't I? I should really plan these things a little bit better, but I never fucking do. I'll just wing it and hope for the best on the day. Oh well. Well, I finally made my way back out onto the road. I felt a bit guilty about walking around places that I weren't meant to be. I don't want to piss anyone off, do you know what I mean? And then I ended up in some woods, and I don't know, it could have been a nature reserve, it could have been, you know, purposely for animals and not humans, not allowed in there, do you know what I mean? So I just backtracked and walked the way I came, got back out on the main road. It's a shame because it was nice, the views were nice, could have spent a bit of time in there, but I say I just felt too guilty, and I really don't want to piss anyone off. I've done enough of that in my lifetime. When I took another drive out, I got a bit miffed when I got lost, so I just hopped in the car, had a coffee and drove off. But now I was heading back towards Hitchin, and I went through Hitchin towards Codicut, and now I found somewhere called Hitch Wood. It's Hitch Wood. Seems to be quite a popular location for dog walkers and hikers, and a bit of exploring for people. And it is riddled with bluebells. It's absolutely amazing here. And in the adjacent field, I think I've seen a derelict church. It might take a bit of a hike to get to, but I wouldn't mind having a nosy at that. You know my love of all things old and derelict. We'll see what we can do. See if we can find it. Okay, I've walked Hitch Wood now, or a little part of it, and yet again I've come out onto a country lane, but managed to find another walkway. Now I'm on a mission to find that abandoned church. Now I'm not going to give up this time. I give up too easily on trying to find things, but this time, no. I know it's not that far away from me, but I don't know whether I'm taking the right route. But all this walking, all these steps will add up. More calories will be burnt. Muscles in my legs will get a bit better. And hopefully when I weigh myself tomorrow, I'll have a nice bit of progress. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. Anyway, let's crack on, see if I can find it. Well, I found the church. It's over there. And in order for me to get to it, he's walking through all the crops on the field, but I am not going to do that. I've got no, I can't bring myself to do that. It's just out of order, so I'm going to stick to the edge of the path and see whether there is a walkway to it. Now, there's me saying it's a church. That's what it looked like from the side of the road, but I don't actually know whether it is. It's the same sort of brickwork as what you'd see on a church, but I guess it could be a barn or something. I don't know. But it's going to take me a bit. It's going to take me a bit of time to do it. There's quite a bit of walking involved to find it, but I will not give up. And by the way, I haven't checked any of this footage on this GoPro yet while using the gimbal, and I can see the camera. To me, it looks like it's pointing behind my shoulder there. So if this video does turn out a bit shit, then I do truly apologise for that. It is going to take some getting used to, and if I can't get on with it, I'm going to go back to using a selfie stick. I've got the cheap selfie stick, and I've also got one of the it's called the GoPro Grande, and it's a real tall selfie stick. And the only reason I've got the gimbal is because I've got pins in my hips and I've got one leg shorter than the other. As you can tell by when I've been filming on my phone, I fucking bounce up and down. You know, I've got a bit of a bobble going on there, and I was hoping by having a gimbal it might take some of that away. Now, I don't know whether the Hero 8 that I'm using at the moment has got that stability software in it, or whether that's just the Hero 10. I don't know. I'm still right at the beginning part of learning how to do this filming stuff. I'm just pointing and shooting, and that's pretty much what I wanted to do. But in order to get some decent video footage, I think you've got to go a bit further and learn more about the camera that you've got and how to use it correctly. But me being me, can't be asked to do that. But I think I'm just going to have to. I'm going to have to look at the instructions and some tutorials and find out how to do this thing a bit more, you know, a bit more productively, to make my footage a little bit more smoother. But anyway, yeah, see, look, it's pointing behind me again. Anyway, I'll bring you back shortly. Okay, I've took a gamble. I've had to. Oh look, there's a herd of deer. Oh wow, they're all stood there together. What? And the hook. Fascinating. I've never seen a group like that. Not all together. I don't know, I really hope this camera's picking them up. That's fascinating. Fair play. Well, as you can see, it's starting to rain now. Typical, isn't it? Eh? I'll tell you what, right? Is that the right terminology? Do you call them a herd of deer? But I've never seen that before. They're all stood there looking at me, and they're a little bit spooked, bless them. But they're, you know, if I keep walking away, they'll be all right. But I've never seen that before, not like that. They were sat in like a dip in the field, and I think when my head appeared over the top, they got a bit spooked. But they was all sat there. That was pretty cool. That would have been a right good camera moment, yeah. or that behind me, is Minston Chapel. Apparently it was last used in the 1700s when it had its last wedding in there, and a piece of masonry fell off apparently during the wedding. But now it's grade 1 or 2 listed building. I think it had some restoration work done on it, believe it or not, just as a monument. And they're saying it might have replaced a church before, you know, before this one was built. And I mean, this one's fucking old as it is. I mean, it's a magnificent piece of architecture, as they all are. But it's a shame to see these, look at that, look, it's moving again. It's a shame to see these buildings going to rack and ruin, isn't it, really? Okay, I'm on the way back to the car now, so I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you for watching. If you got this far, brilliant, fantastic. Please leave me a like and a subscribe and a comment, would be fab. And I do apologise if the footage isn't up to much today, because I still haven't got my my head around this gimbal, as you can probably tell. But I am going to continue with it for a while, see if I can get used to it. But if I have to go back to using a selfie stick or the GoPro Grande, then that's what I'll have to do. But we'll see how we get on. I'll have a look at a few more tutorials, take it out a few more times and see what happens. Anyway, thank you for watching. I shall see you again tomorrow for my obligatory weigh-in. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.